Hi folks, welcome to Community Impact. We're here today at Harvest for the Hungry Food Pantry in Ironton, Ohio to take a look at how these fine folks are making a positive impact in our communities.
My name's Diane Porter, and this is Harvest for the Hungry, and we are a food pantry operating in Ironton, Ohio on the corner of 5th and Railroad. And we are open on Mondays and Wednesdays from 9 until noon. And then every third Thursday, we are open from 5 until 8. Well, my background, I went to Marshall. Came out with a master's degree in education, couldn't find a job. Ended up going to Frankfurt. Life circumstances took me to Columbus. And I ended up working for a high-tech company, and I worked there for 25 years, and I lived all over the country. They put me through school to get my MBA. So I'm originally from here. I've lived all over the country on both coasts, and I came back to take care of Mom. And the church that I attend is First United Methodist, and this is where the food pantry started. In 1992, there were 3 couples that made it their mission to feed the hungry here in Lawrence County. And it was a very small operation. It was taken care of out of the basement, and there was one closet designated to the food. 2012 was when we actually moved the operation from the basement over to here. And Reverend Young, this is his mastermind. He came up with this idea. They had the property offered, they bought this building, and then we moved over here in September 2012. And so I ended up coming in on March 2013, and I've been here ever since. And I can get food together. I know how to do this. It didn't take a whole lot of training, but the strategic planning and the grant writing and the other things, my educational background, I think, suited me pretty well to start working on that. And we get a grant from United Way.
1 to 3, they get 1 can out of this aisle. And then they go around the corner and they do the same for that aisle.
I get the canned goods, you guys get all the bread.
All right.
They just come in knowing that we're going to give them as much meat and vegetables as we possibly can. But what we do get requests for that we can't afford to get are baby diapers and toilet paper and sometimes washing soaps.
Okay.
And those are the types of things that we don't have the budget for. But we give out a standard market basket. We always give out green beans and corn, and then a third vegetable, and it generally is just whatever we happen to get. We always give out pasta, macaroni and cheese, spaghetti sauce, peanut butter. Peanut butter gets dicey to try to get. Jelly we buy from Dollar Tree, but it's just a little tiny thing, and that we can't afford to do anymore. And then we also give out 2 cans of fruit. But a lot of our focus, because I was in the home ec background from college, is fresh food, fresh vegetables. Every year we get a tractor trailer of potatoes. We get 42,000 pounds, and we split it up with all the pantries up and down. Michael's Grace comes and gets some, Jody comes and gets some, community outreach. But the thing that we can make stretch further is money. We buy our food at 10 cents a pound from Huntington and 19 cents a pound for the non-USDA Ohio Food Program from Logan Food Bank. So we can make a penny go real far. We serve all of Lawrence County. Due to the USDA regulations, we can't cross county lines because of the way that they allocate the food. They like to keep the statistics specific to each county where the food is distributed. So we find that the bulk of our people tend to come from South Point and Nicole Grove and Ironton, obviously, Pedro, Kitts Hill, and Waterloo. and that equates to around 500 families. The breakdown is about 28% seniors, 30% children, and then the rest are adults. Well, the way that we receive our food, maybe let me break this down a little bit. We are in an in-between county as far as Feeding America and USDA. For USDA, we are in Ohio, but for Feeding America, we roll into Facing Hunger up in Huntington. So our USDA and Ohio food program must come from our Ohio food bank, and that's in Logan, Ohio. So we get a truck from them once a month. And then Huntington has what they call a purchase program, things that have been donated to them that we can buy. Well, Logan's marketplace is Columbus. Huntington's is Huntington. So obviously the amount of donations and the products that are available to us is not as good as it would be if we could drive to Logan. But what we do instead is we go to Huntington every Monday and Friday, and we try to pick up the Walmart rescue food that is managed by Feeding America. We have a really good relationship with Facing Hunger. Our biggest contributor is the Catholic Church. Father Huffman sends us a check faithfully every month. The Catholic community comes in the last 2 Mondays. St. Joe sends their senior high school class, 2 or 3 at a time, and they rotate them to do their community service. There are actually 2 employees that work here part-time. I'm one of them. And Todd Pennington is the other. And his wife this is her mission, and so she is with him every time he comes in. And then a lot of the folks, we have one lady who has worked here since it opened in 1992. And then her son also comes in, and then just people that have heard about us and just wander in and say, you know, I'd really like to volunteer. Do you need volunteers? And we say, sure. You know, just show up on Monday or Wednesday and, you know, we'll show you what to do. And we also have food stamp workers, people that they've decided are capable of working and have to do a certain number of hours in order to get their monthly food stamp allocation. So I've got 3 of those right now, and I've got 2 community service workers. We can always use canned good drives, always. I didn't mean to make it sound like we don't need food. Obviously we do. We have more access to food than we do to the toiletries. With our numbers going up so fast, our budget didn't increase as quickly, so we had to cut corners. And I hope that maybe with the help of this, you know, we'll have some donors that didn't know we were here go, aha, this is how I can help my county out. Because every dime that comes in here goes straight toward either, well, we do have to pay our own utility bills, but it goes straight to the food budget.
Hunger and food insecurity are very real issues that can directly impact and affect our friends and neighbors. We all live busy lives, yet the work of agencies like Harvest for the Hungry and the compassionate contributions of food, time, and talent all make a difference when it comes to building up our local communities and affecting positive change in the lives of those around us. For Armstrong, I'm Shane Finster. Make it a great day.